the issue of the larger community and homophobia. And transphobia. Well, I consider it all kind of the same. If I say gay, I understand that, but when I say gay, I mean everybody, because I can't get the letters right all the time. I'm sorry.
Call it LGBT, but it's just gay and lesbian, and so our invisibility is killing us. The most hate crime murders happen against trans women of color, and yet we're always excluded and devalued, and it's not homophobia, it's transphobia.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Listen, I understand and I respect, and every time I speak, I say that we should be, in the gay community, we should be more diverse. But I think we need to, that's the thing. When I say gay community, I mean all of us. But it doesn't matter. I say in the gay community, I mean all of us. It's like when I say in the people of color, I'm talking about all people of color. I'm talking about Hispanics, blacks. When I talk about gays, I'm talking about everyone in the community. We should not get so hung up on letters, because I think we all are on the same thing. No, but because if I don't say LGBTQ, it doesn't mean that I don't support you. I'm just not, it's... I mean, come on, really? Yeah, we get your point. We get your point. We understand your point, and I accept that. But just because I don't say it doesn't mean that I don't. Okay? So anyway, so there you go. So we still have issues in the larger community for acceptance, more so than among each other. And rather than fighting over which letter that we don't say, we should just all be inclusive and love each other. And that's the whole point that we're trying to make here, is that we're all in this together.
Even if we say something like transgender, transsexual, trans anything in our communities, we will not necessarily know what you're talking about. I was at a workshop at Spelman College 3 days ago, and I said, transgender, no one in there, and these one knew what I was talking about. So we have vocabulary issues, we have political issues, we have ethical issues, we have just fundamental ignorance. So to be talking about safe space, you've got to break some stuff down. I mean, there were people in there that did not know that people have sex reassignment surgeries, or that they're born intersex, or that they can be trans but without being gay. So we got a whole lot of work to do in our communities.
In regards to this young lady and other, does the NAACP plan on doing things on transgender, on questioning, on bisexuality?
We've heard a lot from the transgender community about our failure to include them in this thing, and we take it seriously. And I want to promise you that it will not happen again. I'm the chairman emeritus, which means I have no power. And but I give you my word. My word is my bond. That transgender will be included in the next time we do this, which will be a year from now.
But I do think that, I do have to say this, and I think Wanda and you guys, I think sometimes there are too many things, right? If you want to do something on trans, we need to have a specific topic for trans so that we get to the bottom of it. If we want to do something on bisexuality, we need to do something that's specific to bisexuality so that we can have specific things to do with that. And if you want to do, and I know it's all, and we'd like to put everybody in one community, but sometimes when you're breaking things into topics to talk about, it's too much for one room to get, you confuse people when you say to them, but I'm not gay, but we're talking about homophobia. That's a lot for people to absorb. Wait a minute, how does that work?
When you're transsexual, you have a medical condition where you're born in the wrong body. Sometimes it's a chromosomal imbalance. Sometimes, you're just born in the wrong body. So for someone to call transsexual people gay, it's like saying that you're a man in a dress. That's extremely offensive. And I just wanted to remind everyone really quick that the NAACP was founded because we were being excluded from the table, and it was just white people. And so I think it's problematic when we, as the Black LGBT Coalition, exclude transsexual and transgender people, because the statistics say that trans women of color and transsexual women of color suffer the most violence and deaths in anyone in the LGBT coalition. And just like Audre Lorde said, you can't use the master's tools to dismantle the master's house. And just before I go, just remember everyone in the LGBT community that it was transgender people of color that initiated Stonewall in 1969, which actually initiated the LGBT movement. And then to Dawn Lennon, I would just like to say, I was at the Trevor Project gala last month when when you presented, and you got on stage, and I was so proud of you because you called out the LGBT establishment and you said, we need to be more inclusive of people of color, and then I was like very confused like an hour ago when you were condoning the exclusion of transsexual and transgender people. I'm not saying it's hypocritical, I'm just saying it's extremely frustrating. Thank you very much.
I did none of that. I said in this conversation that I didn't want to get hung up on letters.
You're being very rude. It's not about a letter, it's who we are.
I'm not going to argue with you.
You're going to reduce who we are to a letter? It's not about a
I
letter.
didn't say.
Yes, you did. It's on tape.
Excuse me. That's not what I said.
It's on tape.
Did anybody get that from what I said? No. Okay, thank you.